Hey guys, it's Sean here. Welcome to today's video. We've finished a 6-bed HMO now finally. We've got it all furnished and we're going to show you where we go from here. Right, we're going to do it a bit differently today. We've got the studio upstairs. So we're going to start from upstairs going down, and right behind me now we've got the full kitchenette in. I think on the last video we had all the kitchens in, but now we've got the essentials. So we've got the kettles, the toasters. I know tenants will normally bring like maybe a coffee machine, so there's always like a spare socket here if they ever need anything like that. Fridge freezers, as I showed before. We've got all the fridge freezers built in this time. Ovens and 4-ring hobs. I mean, a lot of studios they only provide like 2-ring hobs, but we've decided to go 4 purely because the whole plan was there was meant to be a couple in here, but obviously the planning setback, as mentioned in the last video. So eventually, if we do get planning for the second person, then this will be a nice kind of crib for like two couples to like live in, not 2 couples, 1 couple. And yeah, sink drainer, plenty of storage in the corner if you're like 4 foot tall. You can just about get to these drawers, but I'm sure you won't stand here. But and over here we've got like the breakfast bar, nice and cozy. Little grid there is just kind of like a decor thing. Like we were meant to put it on a desk, and you can put like pegs of photos and like maybe shopping lists and stuff like that. So just small little things. I mean, we decided to furnish this ourselves. So Joey, in-house furnishings lady, my wife, she managed to pick everything out. I mean, we sourced all the furniture from like Denel, Argos. We've also used like IKEA. Mainly Landlord Furniture Co as well. So the beds, they're Divan beds with the mattresses, they're all orthopedic mattresses, and the same with like the chest of drawers. We went for this like black kind of theme just to match the decorations we got on the wallpaper, so it's nice like black and white, bit of oak. And we managed to get these all over from France. There's something like Monde du Maison or something like that, and yeah, we were surprised they were like shipped over. It took about a week. But the reason why I went for that was not because we decided to get stuff from France. It was just that we had this quote from the furnishing company. I was like, oh, it's going to cost us like X amount per bedside table. We can get it cheaper. So we literally just sliced and chopped the order. We got the bulk of furnishings, mainly the beds and the mattresses, and they're all pre-built. Well, beds, they literally come in 2 halves. You just clip them in. And there was a couple of rooms which you'll see in a bit with the wardrobes. They're all ready-made and built, so save a lot of time having to like get flat packed items in and trying to redo everything. But yeah, and most of the rooms we've got built-in wardrobes, and thank God we've got built-in wardrobes, because I'll show you in a bit. The wardrobes we got downstairs were so heavy. Like me and my brother were like trying to get these up the stairs off the van and stuff. Luckily we only had 2. And again, the ensuite again, same as the previous. We've gone for like a towel rail shelf here, so you can literally put some like washing items like your shampoo and stuff like that, and then put a towel here. You got a towel rad as well, put a towel on that, and a little mirror here to like look at yourself. And then like lastly, we've got the desk over here, which I mentioned before. We put it directly in front of the bed. We've also got a TV above, which you can adjust. It is like literally forwarded, so you can literally watch it in bed. But again, it's just like a small desk, and these got these like proper cheap from Denel. They're like 30 quid. The chairs are like from JYSK, and they're like 20 quid. So you don't have to spend loads of like thousands of pounds on furnishing. You just got to shop around a bit. And again, you can always value your time. Some people will go. I've done it in the past. I went for a full interior design package where I didn't have to get involved, and it got all finished in one day. But you've got to pay a price for it, and it could be like 9, 8, 10,000 pounds. Whereas this, probably all in, we spent probably about 5 grand, I'd say, to furnish 6 rooms, which I think is pretty good. And yeah, just depends on the project. Different projects have different budgets. So that's Studio 6. Let's go downstairs. As you see, the hallway, we've just gone for like a black banister, grey carpets, white walls again, just keep it nice and simple. Socket on a landing just in case like the cleaners need to plug a hoover in when they're doing the stairs. Yeah, let's look at Studio 5. So in here in Studio 5, we've also got another kitchenette here. Again, fridge freezers underneath the sinks. We've packed the same as upstairs, toaster, kettle, extra socket if you need like a coffee machine and stuff like that. And again, yeah, 4-ring hob, because again, this is another double occupancy room, and if we can get the planning for the extra 2 people on top of the 6 that we've already got, then yeah, another nice like little crib for like 2 two people to live in. And yeah, same furnishings upstairs, different kind of throws and like cushions and stuff, but again, just keep it within the same budget. I didn't talk about this upstairs, was we've got some hanging lights here, which I found is quite effective. In the past, we've gone for like bedside lamps, we've gone for like fitted lamps on the ceiling, and we thought this is a lot easier because from a build point of view, the socket's on the wall, it's not a random socket somewhere half up the wall. All we need is literally a little hook and just hook the lights on. And these are from B&Q, so nice and cheap again. Ensuite's pretty much the same again as upstairs. We've got the mirrors here. I'm just gonna hide this sticker. Like, do not have these horrible stickers and we need to get this like rubbed off, so ignore that for now. But anyways, shelf again for the towels and like shampoos and stuff like that, and gel maybe. And yeah, nice sizable ensuite. So we've also got a wardrobe on the side here as you walk through the door. Again, always a massive benefit just trying to get these in, built in. You don't want to be spending loads of time flat packing. Also throughout the years, maintenance wise as well, they fall apart no matter what brand you go for. And also next door, we had to rejig the plans a bit because the wardrobe was a bit on shape, so we'll talk about that now next. So that's Studio 5, also got 3 and 4 on this hallway as well. 4 is a smaller one, which had to rejig the floor plans a bit, purely because we didn't really have enough room for like a normal double, and even with a small double, where we planned to have the wardrobe with this odd kind of boxing in because of some pipes, we just had to leave it open because by the time you put the door on, you couldn't, well, you can see here, just the ensuite alone, if you have the bed as far this side as possible, you couldn't really fit the bed properly. So we ended up putting the bed this way, which is where the TV was supposed to go. So again, that's already fixed in already. We can't really change that, but if the tenant wants to move furnishing, which we know they will, they'll probably move it back there. But I thought from like a pictures perspective and like a video perspective, it was nice and unique, just keeping it open as you walk in. And this is the wardrobe I was on about upstairs in the loft. So we got these from Landlord Furnish Co. It actually is quite satisfying how it fits exactly in the chimney breast. We didn't plan for that at all, to be fair. It was just exactly 750mm, and yeah, it fits. And yeah, they're all hard wearing. I mean, what I was really surprised about the furnishing here was you've got like metal sides. If you go to like IKEA, they tend to be like the same MDF style, and after a few years these just start like pulling off, and same like the hinges and stuff, they're quite hard wearing. So again, we got some nice furnishings in there, and I think the key thing is storage. A lot of people have a lot of stuff when they move, and also comfy bed, an ensuite. You've got 2 wardrobes technically, so this will fly out even if it's a smaller room. It'll be budgeted for a smaller room, which we're planning for about 425 is the least we'll probably go for, but 450 will definitely, this will fly out. So that's room 4. Let's have a look at room 3 quickly. Room 3 is just in here, and again we've got a wardrobe from Landlord Furniture again. We didn't plan for a built-in wardrobe purely because of a bit of a blunder on the plans. It didn't really have the measurements for the built-in wardrobe, but it worked out quite well. We've got the bed here, we managed to fit the wardrobe on the end. The desk was supposed to go here, but we want to allow a bit more space. So again, whole point of this video is you can plan everything in advance, but things will change because by the time you put stuff in, you're gonna have a look at it and be like, it doesn't feel right, it doesn't look right. When you walk into a room, it doesn't look welcoming, it doesn't look warm. So sometimes you've got to change up a bit, change your furnishings, and just make do really. But yeah, same again, same furnishings. Ensuite in here is a lot bigger because it used to be the old bathroom in here. So the old plans again, we've got the £8 sticker from Dunelm. Bargain. Anyways, yeah, nice big shower again. So again, these rooms will sell. I mean, this is slightly bigger than the one in the middle. As you walk in, it's a different feel, and that's what I like about these kind of houses, because who you pitch to the tenant, they will want a certain spec, let's say, and if you can fit their criteria, I mean, if they want more storage, more room, if you want to get like ready in some space, I mean, they'll probably want to put like a mirror here, let's say, and yeah, you can always tailor the rooms to what people want, and it's easier when it's all empty, because let's say like 6 months down the line we've got 6 rooms filled, one decides to leave, and then one becomes available. So like say that middle room there, we can only target like a certain client profile, but yeah, luckily to say we'll try and get this whole house filled by one group, and you're only dealing with one tenant. So that's upstairs done so far. Let's go downstairs. So that's upstairs concluded. We've only got the ground floor now, which we've got room 1, 2, and we've also got the kitchen behind me as well. Well, first we'll talk about period features. So we've managed to keep the minter tile floors. This was all covered in plaster, so cleaners did a great job getting it all off. We actually had two sets of cleaners. We had the builder's cleaners, and we also had like our usual cleaners who do a massive job for us around all our HMOs. So shout out to Kathy, she does all that. But yeah, just kept it. I mean, there's some spots where we're missing a few tiles and just probably like missing a little gap there. But I think because it's period, or old, let's say, you can get away with it because it just adds to the effect. And then we've also kept this, which sadly we had to paint over, but these just used to be like the door arches. So there was another one here, but when they did a rip out, it kind of fell off. So we've kept one. It's better than nothing. Should we start with room 2? Room 2 is in it. So inside room 2, as again, this is like a cozy space where in the middle of the property, we always find like the smaller, these used to be maybe the second living room or dining room. So we've got very little space to work with, and the key is to like make sure you've got as much open space as possible as you walk through the door, yet have the ensuite tucked in a certain corner. So we've got the ensuites back to back with the other room. We've put the bed as far this side as possible, which has managed to work out all right. And then you've got all this walkway space. So when you're walking, you're not feeling too cramped. In terms of built-in wardrobes, in other properties, we've had like a wider footprint, so we managed to put the wardrobe here. But because we've got a certain size of the ensuite, we can manage just about to put a wardrobe over there, and that's where the old chimney breast used to be. So we literally took the bricks out and then just put enough room for like a wardrobe to go in. So as you can see, this is similar to like the other rooms upstairs, just different spaces, like where to put the furnishings, and just trying to keep it out the way as you walk in. And room 1 will see the same thing as well. So down to our last room, room 1, which is at the front of the property. We had to soundboard this wall just to make sure it's not got too much noise from like the outside as you're walking through the front door. But yeah, nice natural light, like I said in the last video. We've got the desk in the corner, we've got the TV put up now. Or one more key tip is when you put the TVs up, just make sure you don't fit the brackets where the wires are. I mean, if you're an electrician or like you have a bit of common sense, you'll know where the wires go. I mean, you've got a socket here which probably goes up that way to the room upstairs, so you wouldn't really want to put the bracket here. We just played it safe and put it on this side because you could always swivel it on the bracket. And again, just decorative items, you put like little things, and just plenty of storage as well. We've got the chest of drawers. With the Divian beds as well, I didn't mention in the previous rooms, there's actually storage underneath the beds. You can actually put like suitcases and stuff underneath, which I find is quite helpful. And yeah, you just gotta, again, think about the tenant. When they move in, what are they gonna bring in? Most of them might even bring their own bedding, so we only really stage this and we take it away. It's like we've had some contractors that come overseas, we've had international students, they ask, oh, can we keep the furnishings? And we just work out a price, don't charge them a fortune. But literally just say, look, you can have all this for this amount, and take it off us, and we're freed up some storage in the office. Oh. And then lastly, ensuite again, which is similar to upstairs. Mirrors, shelves, just basically think of the tenant when you move in, like, oh, where are you going to put your shower gels, your waxes and stuff like that. We've even got storage underneath the sinks as well, so again, storage is the biggie really, just make sure you've got everything ready for people. I mean, I'd probably want to put like a shower caddy in, but I think it's a bit overkill. Normally tenants will kind of get their own stuff, so you don't have to like provide everything into the world to them, but always offer, I guess, if they need it and they're coming from abroad, you want to kind of make them feel like home. So that's all the rooms. Let's have a look at the kitchen. But yeah, in the kitchen, it's nice and open. It's all been cleaned since the last video. We've got our white goods in, which is our 2 washing machine dryers. Again, I mentioned the studios, we didn't put them in this time. Frees up the space, and also they can socialise with others if they still use the kitchen. But basics, microwave, kettle, we've got a 4-slice toaster. It is for 4 people in the kitchen, not that they're going to make toast at the same time, but it's there at least, and it fills up the space. Doesn't look like there's like a Diddy toaster in a corner. And for the fridge freezer, we've just gone for like a 4-shelf 4 freezer, so it's nice and easy. I mean, we can even fit like another fridge freezer here, so just in case, we'll see how they get on. I think lockdown last year, we had loads of students just bulk buying, you know, when people were just literally raiding the toilet rolls, like, not the best of toilet roll in the freezer, but we had one student say that they didn't have enough freezer space. They had 2 fridge freezers in there, and there was only like 4 people living there out of 6. So yeah, we just kept that little space there. It's quite nice now. We've got our mops, we've got our hoovers, we've got the bin here. probably need like an extra bin, because a lot of people don't really recycle and just chuck everything in the bin. But yeah, nice space to work with again. Oh, rough carpet as well when you go for the entrances. Same as the front door as well. Just keeps the floors a bit clean, and especially like days like these, it's getting a bit muddier now. It's just nice to kind of literally rub your shoes before you walk in. And over here we've got our breakfast bar again. I mentioned it was a change of floor plans as well, because originally the dining table was supposed to go here, hence why this pendant was here. But we wanted the storage here, just as you walk in, you're not like eating your food and you get knocked out by the door. So we've moved the breakfast bar that side, and we just kind of improvised and went for these like wired pendants and just dragged it over that side. And again, it's not in the way of the TV as well, so 40-inch TV, curries. And yeah, in terms of like where we got all our white goods and microwaves, kettle toasters, we found Argos really good, nice and cheap. For like your microwave toasters and kettles, always have it in stock. Washer dryers and fridge freezers, which got it from AO.com. Again, it's within all budget, and yeah, for the whole house, spent probably about £5 all in with everything in there. But yeah, whilst we're on the topic of numbers, we bought this house for about 160. It was actually through a sourcing agent that I knew as a friend. I know in the past a lot of people say like don't go for sourcing agents because they might source you some crap, but because she wanted to buy it herself, I was very motivated to get it. And this was around Feb last year was when we had that conversation, and that was through lockdown. I think the issue was they couldn't find the funding, so me being confident at the time, even though I had like 5-6 deals going through and probably didn't have the funds then, so yeah, I'll take it and I'll make it happen. And we only had 2 months to kind of exchange, and luckily the vendor wanted to delay the completion till like April, May time, give us a bit of breathing space to get the bridge in place. And we took over their solicitors and their bridging lenders that were already put the application in, thinking that we can just carry on. But then because I'm a new applicant, they said you had to do a brand new application and another fee from it. But yeah, you live and you learn. But all in all, we completed this May last year. We had 2 changes of the builders. Well, not 2, we had 1 change of a builder around halfway this year, which obviously delayed the completion. So it's taken 18 months to get here. But it should show you like property's not a smooth ride, guys. Like you've got to take it as it is, work with it. I mean, I could have thrown in a towel, try and chuck this on the auctions, but I'm just persistent really. Just got to find a way and do it. And I'm not like on a massive bridge on the property. And then investors we work with a bit more flexible. We just literally say, look, this is what's happened. To be fair, some of them we just move funds from like other projects. So yeah, don't throw all your eggs in one basket. If you've got like 5-6 deals, and try and move the money around and make it work. So yeah, we've got evaluation booked in a couple of days. I'll show you the results when we get to the next update. But yeah, we're hoping we'll put in for like 380, which is not impossible. But I think he'll probably come down to about 350. So let's see what the results are, and we'll compare. And then rent-wise, we're looking about at least about 38k a year, I'd say. So net, I always say 6-bed HMO. My minimum is about 1,500 a month, so that's like 18 grand a year. And then it literally just, when you kind of decide what is the monthly income that you want, and then I just kind of put it on that basis, like 1,500 per HMO. So how many 6-bed HMOs do I need to get to, say 10 grand a month, let's say. So but yeah, missed out build costs as well. So I think all in we've probably spent over 100 grand literally just having to get the previous builder in. We've had to get a new builder, fix stuff, furnishings. That's why I had to like get everything done on a budget. We actually had to cancel some interior designers because just want to save and just put the hard work in and put the graft in. So yeah, probably about 110, 120k all in with the refurb and the fees. House price 160. Hopefully we get a valuation at 350, 360, we'll see. But yeah, tune in for the next videos. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next week's video.